Okay, grade 2, let's talk about rounding off. Okay. When we talk about rounding off, I want you to imagine a hill. Okay, next week we are going to be doing place values, so I believe then the place of the numbers and what it is that you have to go to will make more sense, but for now, imagine you have a hill. Now this hill, you are in the car at the top. Okay, it's very important to know which way you are going to roll. This way, if you go back, okay, let's say our number is 74. Okay, and I say round off to the nearest 10. Then I look at, do you remember units tens? This is what we'll be doing next week. Then you look at your 10. 74 came from 70. Let me just see if you can see that. Yes. And it is heading towards what 10 is after 70? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So it can either go back to 70 where it came from, or it can move on towards the 80 side of the hill. Let me just get this picture. Okay. Do you understand that? Good. Now we have to decide. 74. Does 74 make the car roll back to 70, or does it let the car carry on towards 80? How do we know that? Any number that ends in 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 rolls back. Any number that ends in 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 goes to the next dip, which will be my 80. Now, remember, when they say round off to the nearest, let's say they say round off to the nearest 10. First thing I do, I have it over here. It's the CUBA rule, okay? CUBA. Remember the word CUBA. Curly K A B A. First step, circle the place that you are rounding, okay? So I'm going towards the 10, so I'm circling my 10. I want to find out what is the nearest 10. So CUBA. The curly K stands for circle. Circle the place you are rounding to. Next step, CUBA. CUBA, underline. That's the next one. Underline. Underline whatever is to the right. So this one, the one at the back, you underline. The B for CUBA is baby or bully. Okay? What this means is on this side of the hill, this is my baby side. How do I draw a baby? There we go. Is my baby side. And this side of the hill is my bully side. Okay. So does the number go towards the baby, the smaller number, or the bully, the bigger number? And then add a 0 if it's a baby. And add 1 to the circled number. Okay. And add 1 to your circled number. And add 0 if it's a bully. Okay, that seems long. I want you to remember the word CUBA. Curly K A B A. First step, circle the one that you want to know. We did that. Second step, underline the number to the right. We did that. B, baby or bully. So now we decide. Does this one fall to the baby side or does it go to the bully side? We have to look at our underlined number, and it's a 4, so it goes towards the baby side. So my number will be 70. So they say add 0 to the baby side. We already did that. We replaced the 4 with the 0. So 74 rounded off to the nearest 10 will be 70. I'm going to do another one. Let's do 58. 58 is my new number. So first step, CUBA, circle. That's what my curly K is for. The A for CUBA, underline the number to the right. Okay, remember this is the right side. This is the right side. So underline the number to the right. Decide, baby or bully. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 go to the baby. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 go to the bully. My 8 makes it go to the bully side. So if it's in the bully side, I add 1 to this number. So 5 plus 1 is 6. And I make my 8 a 0. Okay. I hope that helped you guys a little bit. You can watch it again if you would like. And then there's another little rhyme that I want to do with you. It's the rounding rhyme. It says, 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. I think we'll do another example after this, but first I want you to say the rhyme with me. 5 to 9, climb the vine. So then you go up, the number goes higher. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. Let's do it once more. Go to, read it with me. 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. You will have to know this rhyme if you want to use it, and think about it. If the number at the back that you underlined was a 5 to a 9, you climb the vine. That means the number gets bigger, so it goes to the bully side of the hill. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. If the underlined number is 0 to 4, you go back towards a smaller number, which will be my baby side. Okay, I'm quickly going to do one more example with you where we use all 3 of these. So, first things first, we have our hill. Okay, the number that I want you to round is 27. Round to the nearest 10. First step, CUBA. So my curly K is for circle. I know I must circle this one because units and tens, this is my 10, and I'm asking for the nearest 10. So first step, CUBA, circle. Then our A, underline the number to the right. Did that. The B, baby or bully. This is where I have to figure out. Does it go to the baby side? Does it go smaller to the floor or to the bully side? The number gets bigger. We climb the vine. So let's say the rhyme. 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. Now, is 7 between 5 to 9, or is it between 0 to 4? It is between 5 to 9. So we climb the vine. This makes this go to a higher number. So it's a bully. Okay, that means when we have a bully, it means, okay, let's write it here, 27, round it off to the nearest 10. Then once it's a bully, we plus 1 with the circled number. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and we change the number to the right to a 0. I'm going to do one more with you. 429. This time I'm asking you to round to the nearest 100. So now place value is extremely important, which house they fall in. The very back, the last number is always a unit, then my 10, then my 100. Okay, so let's do the CUBA steps. Don't freak out. We want to do the CUBA steps. We want to round to the nearest 100, okay? So not 10 anymore, 100. So CUBA, first we circle. We want to go to the nearest 100, so we circle our 100. The A, underline the digit to the right. So this is the digit next to that one. We leave the 9 alone entirely, grade 2. We are only working with these two, our circled number and the number to the right. The B, is it a baby or a bully? Only look at this number. Leave out the 9 entirely. He has no business here. He isn't circled or underlined. We don't look at him at all. We look at this one. And this one is a 2. So 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. This is between 0 and floor. 0 and 4, so it slides to the floor towards my baby. And then if we had to write it, 429 rounded off to the nearest 100. What do? We leave the circled number as is and make all of the others zeros. Okay. I hope this shed some light on it. Next week we will be doing place value, but then I'll make sure to put some rounding off exercises in there as well so that we can keep practicing, because we are going to have a quiz on that coming up. And I want to make sure that you guys understand what to do. So use all of these tips, all of these tricks, all of these rhymes to round off to whatever it is that they are asking of you. Okay.